I got some new gear.
Oh, yes.
And got some leads pointing towards a place called the Distribution House. Rex called it a crack house.
Yep.
Apparently it's controlled by the Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to go to Kurt's girlfriend's flat next to investigate. So we went over there and we saw some guys staking out the place.
That you did.
From the Moxie Boys.
Yep. You managed to find some leads that they were connected to the Moxie Boys somehow.
Yeah. Some Omninet magic.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, Omninet magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you actually went in pretty geared up, switched on, and made a pretty good job at ambushing them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I hacked a car and a drone.
You did hack a car. You also made a drone blind and drop all its weapon magazines.
Very much so, yes.
I can't believe we actually had a plan that panned out.
First time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're not done yet.
And now I'm on the lower floor and you are on the upper floor fighting some goons.
Yes. So we ended the round. You remember, you had basically taken out the majority of the guys. There was a few of them left that had seemed to retreated back into the smoke grenade that's still bellowing out all of this blackened smoke, making it quite difficult to see. One of them calls out and says, "We've got the girl that you're looking for." You take a step closer, she loses her head.
You give her to us, and we'll let you live with your life, love.
Make a negotiation check, Tracy.
Oh, I get to do things. Let's try out this sexy macro.
Alright.
Where's my character sheet? This negotiation is gonna be a 2.
This is gonna go well.
What?
I don't
think
no, that's the wrong
That
macro.
doesn't look right.
That's the wrong macro.
Yeah, no worries, man.
There we go.
My.
That I don't. That wasn't right either, was it?
Syndra's delete
no,
that macro.
I'm sorry, what?
Delete that macro you copied.
Well, I think it is, because you've got damage accumulation penalties. So I think, yes, your pull is 2, but you're taking a -1.
So it's 1 roll. So yeah, that is correct.
Okay. So as you go to sort of make a negotiation check with the guy, there's a pause for a brief moment before you hear a gunshot.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Alright. Kill them all.
Rampage!
That's enough. In that case, let's roll for initiative again. Let's see how this turns out.
There's not dice penalty on initiative, is there?
No, there isn't.
That's it.
Where's my character?
Wait, why did that not?
You're on the wall, Linda.
Classic e-basting.
Initiative was...
No, Yimi, look at my screen. Look at my screen. Oh, wait.
Scroll to the right.
Oh. Yeah.
Huh.
There I am.
Found yourself. Like a white girl going to India to find herself.
Yeah. See, I was scrolled to the left, and I saw one person standing there, and I see 2 people on the street. So I was like, "Wait, where are all the characters?" No.
Prime, I
Yeah,
don't
what's
think
up,
it matters, but you need to add an additional free to my roll.
Okay.
You can do that yourself. You're an adult.
Wait, I can?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Wait, no,
Like-
now I added too much. No, that's 19.
If you're gonna do makeup numbers.
Can we just all agree I got initiative of 33?
First.
So what we got? What did drop? Yeah, drop on 21. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You best. Oh, that roll, you best.
I want to redo.
redo.
Alrighty, Tracy. Yeah, so you immediately hear this gunshot go off. It is on yourself. You can kind of just about make out Deadshot's silhouette in the smoke, but otherwise it's really fucking difficult to see anything.
I mean, wherever I'm going to move, it's going to be like my entire round's movement.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to pinpoint. Roughly, was it about there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, 10 meters.
Okay, you head on into the smoke. You can kind of make out the shapes of the wall, and you think you see an opening like dead ahead of yourselves and a few individuals moving about. But again, very difficult to make out individual targets.
I'll yell into the void. If you've killed her, I will make you suffer.
Bring it on, little girl. Are you doing anything with your action at all?
No, because I want to rampage, but in case it was just like a warning shot and they haven't actually killed her, I don't want to unleash anything.
Fair enough. All right. So with that, can you make a stealth check, please, Tracy? Let's see how perceptive these guys are.
Stealth is a 5. Oh, I need to select my token.
All right.
Stealth is a 5.
Okay. Given sort of the moment you're distressed, you're not really trying to hide your presence, and as a result, you kind of just scramble through the hallway, not really. You're not being particularly stealthy, and they kind of hear you coming from a mile off. So they're just going to open fire into the smoke in your general direction. They are still going to get a -4 because they can't see anything, but nevertheless, yeah, they're basically just going to try and open fire on you.
I just like this macro so far. I've got 0 successes.
Yeah, I don't want to use it.
All right. So the first one's going to unload onto you with an AK-62. He's going to burst fire, so 3 shots with taking 2 recoil. And also he's got a -4.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
So you need to make endurance plus reflex, please. Yeah, this is not going to go great. He's got a -6 on this.
10. With health pool penalty?
Sorry?
With health pool penalty?
Yes, if you've got any penalties from your health, then yes, those go through as well.
Hey!
Okay, first shot just rings out and goes wide as hell. Second shot. Oof, very nice. Ducking and dodging. And then the final shot. Oof, okay.
Oh.
Okay, final shot, you aren't able to get out of the way in time, and it hits you square into the shoulder. So this will be... What is this? 4d6 plus 1. So 17 physical, 5 pen.
So my distance is 6.
Okay, so you reduce the damage by 1.
That's 16 damage. I am at 0 hit points.
Oh shit. Each of you sort of see as Tracy races into the smoke before you just hear this thud as she hits the ground.
I think she's doing fine.
She managed to drop somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Feign death.
Drop.
Drop, you say? Oh, wait. I had a scan going.
You do indeed. You're keeping an eye on all the equipment.
Yes. Right, I heard gunshots. Did I see which guns were activated at the moment?
That is a good question. I would say, yeah, given that you're into their systems, I'd say it's pretty easy that you can see which ones are going off.
Mhm.
You see there's an AK-62 that's firing off, and that's the only one at the moment. A lot of the weapons have sort of gone cold for the time being.
Okay. I'll try and deactivate the AK then.
Alrighty. So, with that, you're going to try and seize device.
Hmm.
So I'd like you to make a tech hacking skill check, please.
And let's see. Got a -1 to my roll as well.
I think you'll be fine, but yes, you do have the negative one.
So 12 instead of 13 then. Oof.
You still only need 3 successes for this, so. Oh.
You shouldn't have said anything.
All right, you try your best to sort of break into this weapon system, but whether it just be the spur of the moment or the pressure that you're starting to feel, you're not able to find any sort of weaknesses in the defenses here, and you basically just flap around, trying your best, but nothing seems to be working for the time being. Alrighty, anything else at all, Drop? You staying where you are or doing anything else?
No, I don't think I have actions left to actually do anything, so I'm gonna hold.
Alrighty, Deadshot. You can kind of just make out the shape of Tracy's body on the ground.
Okay, so that means my character does realize that she went down?
I think you would have a pretty good idea, especially with your sniper senses.
Okay, so what I would like to do is that I would like to move over to Tracy, then like pick her up and then move her back into the room where the others are.
Okay, sure.
Is that possible? Can I move that far enough?
Yeah, so I would say to pick Tracy up and start moving her is probably going to be a standard action 2. And to carry Tracy, it's going to be considered difficult terrain.
Okay, I can move 12 meter.
Yep. So how far is it between you and Tracy? 5 meters. Okay, so that gives you 7 left, so you could then move 3 meters back.
Okay, so I can like, basically I can like move myself here and then Tracy somewhere around me.
About that, yeah. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, that will be my turn, and I think that will use up all my actions.
Fair enough. So, Tracy, you kind of are dropping in and out of consciousness at the moment. You feel like absolute shit. But you can kind of, as you sort of come to for a split second, you see Deadshot just basically grabbing hold of your arm and dragging you across the floor before you then drop out of consciousness once again.
Okay.
John.
Oh wait, that's me.
It's you!
Did you forget your name, John?
Yeah, I kinda did. I thought it was Benjamin. And then I was like, no, it's John now. Move there.
Okay, sure.
I attack in a cone-shaped basis.
Okay. So you're letting loose with your shotgun, I presume?
Yeah, take aim, let loose.
Alrighty. I presume this is still going to be short range, right?
Let's see what short range is. I think it's 12, so yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, easily. Okay. Unfortunately, you're still going to take the -4, but it will still potentially have the potential to hit multiple of them.
Yeah, short range is 12 on the medium choke.
Okay, cool. So, let loose with your attack, but like I say, -4 because of the smoke, unfortunately.
Take aim +1.
Yep.
Short range +1. -4. Smoke. Negative. Hit point.
Oh, shit.
-5 +2. It's 9 dice.
Alright.
Doink.
These guys are also on 9.
Oh!
Nice.
First guy. Second guy. Oof. Okay, yeah, you hit both of them. First shot. Ooh, very nice. Okay, you sort of fire out with your first shotgun blaster. You hear all sorts of nearby wall and plaster just sort of break into pieces, along with sort of some swear words come out from the other side as you hear flesh being hit into. You double tapping or just single shot?
Double tapping.
Alrighty.
Ooh, I did it again.
Ooh, nice. Second shot is a hit.
Oh, save roll.
Ooh. Okay, both of them. I mean, you can't see, but you get the feeling from the carnage that's breaking out here that they're probably not in the best of steads.
Nice.
Nicely done, John.
Slam fire into the bitches. That's my round done, yeah. My thing done.
I'm sure there's no one else there, just opening up the shotgun round.
They had a hostage, you said.
Alrighty, so with that, Tracy, you are unconscious, so we are back up to guards. Well, I say guards, mercs, more so than any. Yeah, what the fuck are they gonna do? Okay, so John, and actually probably everyone, you suddenly hear what sounds like a window smash open. Something's hit onto the nearby window. You hear hurried sort of footsteps. However, one of them is gonna shoot out, probably at yourself, John, given that you are the nearest to them. However, again, -4 on this, so they're gonna fire at yourself. Okay, dodging the first one. Second shot, they're burst firing. Once again, far and wide, and then the final. Oof. Yeah, no problem. You just hear bullets ring on out, but nothing seems to be able to connect. With that, I'm going to move back, and this one is going to... Alrighty. So, drop. Back to you.
Okay.
You can tell that the weapons that you're tracking, the systems, they seem to be on the move.
Okay. What? Oh, yeah. The guys outside as well?
The guys outside, Yes, they are almost now at the door. I actually forgot about them, but still, their movement would probably only allow them to get to around here.
Yeah. I send a status update to the other guys.
Yep.
2 targets outside, almost at the door, and targets upstairs moving.
Okay.
And then I try. I try C's device again.
Okay, same weapon, I presume?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Make your roll, please. Okay, so despite sort of not doing so great the last time, you get your head back into the game this time around. You concentrate that much more, and you're able to finally find some sort of vulnerability. You exploit it, and the weapon begins to malfunction and break. You just hear a "what the fuck" come out from upstairs as he drops the weapon onto the ground.
Can I please add that to my status update as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like AK weapon down.
Yeah, sure. I mean, speaking is basically a free action, so
Okay.
the same as doing it via a text message would be similar.
Cool.
Alrighty, are you staying where you are? You can kind of just about start to make out the shadows of the 2 individuals that are coming through the entrance.
I'm probably gonna move into the bathroom.
Okay.
Do I have the movement? What did we say about the squares? Were they
1 meter?
1 meter?
So I'd imagine you've barely moved this round.
Oh yeah, I haven't moved at all with the previous rounds at all. So I can move 10 meters. That's good. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 meters movement.
Yep.
The doors here, are they open or closed?
They are currently open.
I'm gonna... Is it a free action to close the door I'm going past?
It's probably only a standard 1, but you have that still. C's device is a standard 2.
It's actually better to leave it open, I think, because the visibility into this bathroom is higher than into the laundry. Wait. Oops. Let's see. Where was I? This is where I was standing.
Okay. Take your time.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm hiding in this little corner here.
You're keeping quiet, you're keeping low to the ground, and hopefully they won't have any sort. I mean, you've got a good chance given the amount of gunfire that's sounding out from upstairs. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm gambling on. And that's why I leave the doors open to make them believe nothing's changed much down here.
Makes sense. All right, Yubaste, you've been a little bit startled with the amount of sort of gunshots ringing out, taking cover to the best of your ability. What would you like to do?
Do I know if they have jumped out the windows?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, perception. Yes. Let's see. Foresight. Wait. Oh. And
Between the gunshots that are ringing out, Tracy's body being dragged across the ground, and John going to town with a shotgun, it's very difficult to tell what's going on right now.
because I have 12 meters of movement, so I guess I could get around here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I still will be in middle. I mean,
I think you've got more than 12 meters as well. You're a Takar, so you have base 10, and then plus your strength.
Wait. Have I calculated it wrong? I've written 12 meters.
Yeah, that's probably wrong. You should have closer to like 16 or something.
Yeah, Takara are very fast, so you have base 10 plus your strength.
My strength is 6, so then I...
So you've got 16 meters of movement.
That's actually quite nice. Then I...
Mhm.
Okay, I will
So
try...
if you wanted, you could probably head straight through the smoke and get to the other side if you wanted. But bear in mind, it might be difficult for your teammates to follow.
Yeah.
You are pretty good with a sword, though. So, hey.
I will...
What would your best day do?
Are you arrogant enough?
Yeah, maybe. See, so I started there, and then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what can I continue here? I mean,
Yeah.
I just see the like.
Right, so let's get rid of the color fill.
Now I'm at 12.
You went through a wall.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. So
It's fine. You've got enough movement you can get in there.
did I hear from which room they were coming?
Oh, very much so, yeah. Definitely this room that you hear.
Now I'm in the dark again.
So you were here, so you've moved 12 so far.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't see my character anymore.
You don't see your... Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Fog of War. My bad!
Okay. Okay, and then we have 13.
As you make your way out to sort of the very cusp of the smoke, you're able to see a few things. First of all, there is the body of a Chinese national on the ground. It looks like she's been... it looks like there is a bullet hole to the forehead as well as various other shotgun shrapnel to her torso. There also is a broken window on the right-hand side, and you see one of them has basically thrown a rope out and is in the preparation of abseiling down.
But the guy in front of me, he's still...
The guy in front of you was immediately turned the window to follow his buddy down, but has kind of now just sort of turned around because he's heard approaching footsteps.
Can I make 3 sword attacks?
You can?
Dean,
Yeah, what's up, man?
are the shrapnel wounds from the shotgun luminescent?
They are, yes.
Okay.
You sound happy, Quincy.
I mean, that's one. The baddies don't use luminescent shotgun shells, but someone in our party does.
But hey, at least you can see a corpse easier.
Oh, God.
Alrighty, 2 seconds. Okay, so first attack.
Yes, I rolled, but I remember... Wait, where is that? I should... I had a specific melee attack. I don't think I added the minus thingy to that.
Okay, just re-roll again. It's fine.
Can I just remove?
No, but Linda, don't you add dice when you... Oh, okay.
I made one that was roll, and then I filled
Oh,
it in,
yeah.
and I made one that was melee attack. I
Okay.
have to scroll back. I'll just use that.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Um,
you hit with the first attack.
Wait.
Isn't that 12?
What?
Or
No.
how much minus do you...
No.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah, okay.
Me? No.
Never mind.
No, Yumi.
Fuck it.
All right. So, as the guy turns around to sort of just look and see at this rampaging Tikar heading through the smoke like a fucking Terminator, you sort of just immediately skewer him in the torso. Not enough to finish him off, but he looks like he's on his last legs, and he's kind of just recoils in shock.
Yeah. Now I will use the other roll anyway. This one does the minus.
Okay. Second hit. With a quick slit of the throat, you just see this blood spray splatter across the wall. The other guy immediately locks eyes with you and tries his best to hurry on down the rope.
Okay, then I did 2 attacks and I still have
You've still got one left, so you could try and finish him off before he abseils down.
Do I reach him from here? Okay.
Got your rope.
Standing on his body and
You most definitely hit. Alrighty. You sort of grab hold of his arm and sort of slice up. Again, not quite enough to finish him off, but he's not in the best of steads.
Okay. And I'll yell to my team that he's trying to abseil down stairs. Maybe you guys can meet him at the ground floor, and I'll try to get him from here.
Okay. So with that, Deadshot.
So if I understand the rules correctly, I've used up all my movement for this entire initiative roll.
So you can move up to double your speed, but you start taking penalties after you've reached your speed.
Okay. Wait, so I take a penalty if I move again now?
Yes, because you're basically sprinting.
Okay.
So if you go over 100% of your movement speed, you take a -2. If you go over 150%, you take a -4.
And that's on if I get attacked?
Yes, or if you do anything.
Okay.
If you try and fire, think of it as you're spending more of your time to run than you are concentrating on the task at hand. So if you try shooting someone while running at full pelt, it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah. Okay. So, on the standard actions, you can do first aid.
Yep.
That brings the person back to consciousness.
If you're successful.
If I'm successful. And if I were to do that, would I need to use an item?
Okay. So you would need a first aid kit.
I would need a first aid kit.
can you heal a bullet wound to the head?
Just wrap duct tape round it like in Left 4 Dead.
I mean, he's a psionics. Maybe he does something. I don't know. Well, I don't have a medicine kit, so...
Sad times.
I know. I just got pills.
Pills,
Stuff the pills into Tracer.
Just like Left 4 Dead.
Well, I think for my turn, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag Brooke's character Tracy in the room behind me. So so that means that I'm now taking penalties.
You now start taking penalties for the remainder of the round, yes.
But basically, I want to put Rogue with me in the room here.
Okay, fair enough. You spend your time looking out for your comrades. A Deadshot, which is never a bad thing. Spending your time just dragging Tracy to safety. Alrighty, John.
I think I'm just gonna vault over the edge here into downstairs.
Alrighty.
Going.
So you jump off downstairs. Let's move your character over. You run on down, and Drop is suspiciously missing as you make your way down.
Fuck. They're there.
They are there. So as you make your way around, you're able to sort of lock eyes with the first of the goons. He sort of comes around and just sort of stops for a moment as he sees this robotic death machine staring at him.
I'll switch back to shield and pistol.
Okay.
I don't need to reload. It's really stupid.
Fair enough.
Take aim and yeah.
All right.
Double tap.
These guys, what they got for their pull? They are on 10.
Pistol, heavy pistol. List. Where are you? Reapers. No Legionnaires.
Alright.
Oh, 4 recoil, what the fuck? Let's see.
Ready. First shot misses.
Another one.
Ooh. Unfortunately, glancing blow with the second and the third.
I think it's 2 shots with the heavy pistol.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 shots.
So you fire off a couple of rounds. One of them gets pretty close, but unfortunately just sort of ricochets off the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so after John, basically you're still unconscious. So, goons. So the ones that are actually they've used all their movements. So in that case, this one's just gonna open fire back at you. You have a quick look at what they're using, and it seems like the one up front's just using a heavy pistol.
Dean, it is 3 shots, I forgot.
Okay. So, looks to be a Legionnaire, burst fire, 3 ranged weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Do you want to make your third attack then? Because you only did 2.
Sure. Any luck? Oh, no, probably not.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Alrighty, he's gonna return fire on you. Also burst firing, but gets a -4 because of the recoil. So first attack. Yeah, easily dodged out. Second. And the final shot. All right. You both exchanged fire with one another, but it doesn't look like anyone's able to hit. It's just bullets ringing out.
Classic fight scene.
I know, right? And then to finish off the round, drop. You begin to hear gunshots ringing out from the living room.
Okay. Status on my scan.
It is indeed.
So I saw a pistol activate just now?
Yeah, you saw a pistol. Looks to be a heavy.
Okay. Alright, yeah, sure. I'll try and...
Your tried and tested seize device. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Hey, if it worked.
I mean... I'm a support character. I'm not good in battle. Right, so action 12.
Tech hacking.
Yes. 3. Just enough, I guess.
3 is just what you needed, yes. So despite feeling the pressure somewhat, you're still able to make it on through. And you see as the weapon just expires and its signature disappears from your sight.
Mm.
John, you sort of see the individual Looks to be sort of an early 30s guy. Just sort of looks up, tattoos across his face. He sort of looks at his weapon as it begins to spark and fry, and he just sort of throws it to the ground as his hand gets burnt from the seas.
I send a message to John. You're welcome.
Alrighty, new round. Roll initiative.
Certainly no ringtone.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
But maybe I could have more than one run this time.
I know, right?
All right, I haven't added the table update thing to my roll.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Drop got 19. So, Tracy, you're unconscious?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so, Goon. What are Goons going to do? Goons are going to move forward. They are then going to open fire, both of them, on you, John. Actually, one of them isn't going to open fire because he has no weapon now, thanks to the drop. So you see one of them just grab hold of a nearby club. How much movement has he got there? Oh, that's not what I wanted. 5. Okay, so he can actually move in. Okay, John, you sort of see one of them just grab hold of a nearby club from the back of his waist and just try to beat on you. Okay, melee weapons. They are not great at this. So, he's going to take 3 swings at you. First swing. Alright, so he's able to land a hit on the first. So this will be... Ooh, big damage. So this will be 12 physical, 1 pen.
That's not enough penetration or damage.
It just batters against your arm, and you just look at him like, what?
Uh-oh.
That's all you can do. In that case, yeah, he actually can't do damage to you with the guy striking at you, but it just does nothing. The guy looks completely worried. The other is gonna just try and open fire, seeing this, try and find some way of stopping you.
I hope he brought his brown pants.
Like his friend, he seems to be using a pistol, but this time it looks to be a light pistol. Looks to be a Colt Falcon. So he's going to burst fire against you. This is recoil free.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Colt Falcon is 3d6.
Yeah, be sick.
Oh, man. That roll.
I don't
presume
it goes through.
7 physical, 3 piercing does nothing.
No.
It just ricochets off. Second hit. Or second attack, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it hits.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Better. So 15 physical, 3 pen.
I take 3 pen.
Ooh, shit. And then the final attack. Final one, you just sort of whack the nearby projectile out with your with some nearby debris. Doesn't even get close. Alrighty, at the top, what are these guys doing? I mean, this guy's petrified of you, Beste. He'll grab hold of a club and try and just beat you off, you bestie.
My.
He takes a swing at you with a club.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. What was
Endurance plus reflex.
endurance plus reflex minus the stuff?
Yes.
Right?
Righty. Second attack. And the final swing. Okay, so he's able to land one in the end. Oof, big damage. So that would be 12 physical, 1 pen.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. I have 9 physical damage resistance.
Okay. So you would take 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, so goons are done. John.
Gonna back up a bit. Pull out the shotgun. Put in a new magazine and double tap.
Don't me.
What?
Don't shoot me.
You're not there, right?
You're down. He's downstairs.
Yeah, he's downstairs.
I mean, justified, but still.
You can't make a cake without breaking a few eggs.
Oof.
Ooh, big oof. One of these guys got... Okay, so this will be 8. Yeah. And the other guy... Okay, first shot just rings out, but they just duck and cover in time. I presume you're double tapping?
Ooh.
Sad time.
Somebody hacked my gun.
Innocent.
It seems that little bit of damage that you taken may have sort of taken the taken you off your feet, John. You sort of fire off a few shots, but these guys seem pretty agile and they're able to dodge your attacks quite handily. Alrighty, drop. You sort of hear familiar shotgun shells ring on out into the living room. You can definitely hear that it's some kind of weapon exchange going on. So
Yeah, so there's another gun live as well that I need to.
you have a little look at the scene, and you can see that the fight seems to have broken off into 2 groups. There seems to be upstairs with you, Baste, as well as downstairs with what looks to be John, based on your
signals.
Yes.
All right. So I've hacked 1 gun down here.
Yeah, but there still seems to be one more left.
All right, I'm gonna try and seize that as well.
Okay.
My signature move.
Oh yeah, hey, if it works.
Yeah.
You have weapons? No, you have no weapons.
Mm-hmm. Sucks to be you. Here, have a shotgun shell to the face. Just
Right.
enough. Okay.
Pretty easily, you just completely finish off the last of the weapons. You sort of have a quick scan of the nearby surrounding, and it seems that all of the opponent's weapon systems are offline.
Mission successful. I send a message to John as well and say second weapon offline as well. He should be
this little pop up on his screen as he's trying to dodge club hits and bullets ringing out. You hear just one of the guys in the living room just call out and say, "Piece of shit, stop working." Yebaste.
Du hörs inte, du hörs inte.
Sorry, I wasn't.
It's alright.
Button. I was talking. It was like, you can't hear. Anyway, I was thinking, is there any way for me to sort of grab the guy, tie him up, so we can question him for like...
Yeah, you can try and grapple him.
Okay. Grapple one martial.
Yes.
What martial?
Martial just means you can only do one martial attack on each turn. So you can't just grapple, for example.
But what kind of... is it strength?
Okay. So you this is an opposing skill check with the aggressor using their unarmed combat skill.
Unarmed combat. So I will roll unarmed combat.
You roll unarmed combat. They need to make an attribute check to resist this using reflex and their choice of either strength or finesse.
There was something... I remember my character has something. I'll roll the unarmed combat first. But I remember my car had something with unarmed combat, right? Or maybe that was...
That is your clause.
Yeah.
So you do a lot more damage when you have no weapon compared to others.
Yeah. Maybe that doesn't matter for this one.
All right. You try and grab hold of the guy, but he just seems a bit too slippery. He sort of pushes you away, and you're not able to sort of get a firm hold on him, unfortunately. It is, however, only a standard action 1, so you could do something else if you wanted.
Okay. What more is there?
I mean, you can still attack if you wanted to, but just try and do so in a non-fatal manner.
Yeah, I could. Let's see. I'm just checking the...
Yeah, it's fine. Take your time. It's all good.
Like you could cut off the tendons in his arms so he couldn't move.
He doesn't need those.
I mean, okay, if I try to... I don't know. Use the sword to chop off his knees or something?
Like when someone drops to 0 health, they're just bleeding out. So providing you sort of provide some kind of first aid to him, much like with D&D, you can stabilize them.
Or you could piss in the wound.
Yeah, sure. I'll use my sword to try and stab his knees.
Alrighty. Oof. Alrighty, roll that damage. Okay. As he tries to sort of escape out the window, you're able to just sort of jab your sword into the back of his knee, and he goes down onto the ground. Not in the best of state, just sort of barely sort of fading in and out of consciousness.
Since I have 3 actions, can I try to, I don't know, stabilize it somehow?
You can, if you've got a medical kit, then yes, you can try and use first aid.
I don't think I have it. Can
And first aid, actually, is a standard action 2. Sad time.
He'll just die. Can I ask him questions?
Sure. Well, what do you want to ask him?
Who are you working for?
He sort of looks up to you, sort of spits out blood onto the nearby floor. He says, "Moxie boys. Moxie boys paid us."
Where is, I forget his name. I wrote it down, I think.
Kurt?
Yeah. Kurt Schneider.
Why do you think we're here? We've been trying to find out. That's what we were paid for.
Why are they looking for him?
I heard he found some information. Something on the chrome spiders. Every gang this side of the city has been looking for Kurt.
What information did you get from the girl, the dead one here?
Okay. He looks at it for a moment and says, we found where he keeps a lot of it. We found where he does his work. He's got a secret workshop. The girl said he goes there often. It's probably where he's hidden the data.
Where is it?
Alright. A few seconds pass. We'll get back to that in a second.
Oh.
Literal cliffhanger.
Yes. Alright. The last two adversaries, they sort of see their weapons are no longer working. John is sort of firing out with fucking shotgun blasts, so they are just gonna leg it.
Ah! Bitches.
Speaking of which, John.
I'm gonna get those bitches. 6, 8. That way is better.
Yep.
Because shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Take aim.
Alrighty.
And let loose. Hey.
Alright, you're able to hit the closest of the two. Oof.
What's up with your rolls, John?
Gun malfunctioning. The luminescent ammo is not performing as I expected.
In broad fucking daylight. There you go. Alright. You see the first of the two go down, and the second one be pretty seriously hurt.
I'll tell him, stop running or I'll shoot again.
You just see him turn and scream as he runs off.
Goddamn coward.
Deadshot, anything you'd like to do at all?
Well, I've got a question.
Yes.
So if I were to stand on this balcony,
Yep.
does that put me like on?
You would be overlooking the road. Perfect opportunity to finish him off.
Yes, that was then the plan. So I moved to on the balcony.
Yep.
I get my sniper rifle out.
Oh yes.
And I shoot him.
Good call.
Then comes the question, what kind of an attack? But I think it was just, it's just a regular sniper rifle attack.
Yep.
So it just has a reload free, no penalties. It's a 13 on the attack. So if I use Rogue's roll thingy...
Hey!
Does that work?
That does indeed. Roll that damage.
I actually hit. I didn't expect that.
Always believe in yourself.
3d10.
Okay, as he tries his best to sort of run towards the van, he gets no more than maybe a few more steps, John, before you just see his head explode like a melon. You sort of look on up and just see you see Deadshot just standing up on the balcony above you.
I told you.
You let one go, man.
Alrighty, so from there we are out of combat. We'll break from there. The smoke grenade also stops bellowing smoke, and it begins to clear over the course of the next minute or two.
I hope you didn't breathe in the smoke because it's poisonous.
Alrighty, so Ubaste, your round of questioning.
Yeah. Was he telling me about the data? Where it is?
Okay, so he says, The girl let loose that Kurt had a hidden workshop where he did most of his deeds. It's where we think he kept that's where we think he kept most of the data. A safe place. It's pretty well hidden.
Where is it?
Well, he goes on to say that there's a nearby. He says nearby. There's a dock in the city, container dock, and that's where he keeps most of his Charlton Container Park. It has been added to the map. It's to the southeast of the city.
Does anyone else know about this? Have you told your companions?
We weren't here long. We had just enough time to start questioning the girl when you guys turned up. But we won't be the last. Every gang is looking for this guy. And if you get in their way, they'll put a bullet in you.
Let them come. We are ready.
As the rest of you sort of look around the house, you hear what sounds like someone alive in the nearby bathroom on the upper floor.
So we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative, yeah. You're free to move as you see fit.
Okay, I first got a question to the rest of the group. Does anyone have a medical kit?
No.
So, Prime, on the excuse of I totally should have bought this, but I forgot.
I think this is a suitable, not suitable situation for that. Yes,
this is a lesson.
Yeah. So I already looked it up. The cheap one costs 200. So yeah. I'm just gonna say that my character has one of those.
That is fine.
So I took that money off, and then it is a medicine check for which I've got a 5. So I would like to use this on Rogue's character.
Okay.
How long will that go?
So
no,
that
Tracy.
Why does it do -3? Is my health that low?
It'll be -3 if you're less than 75% health.
25.
Is the penalty that big? Because I've got 20 hit points out of 30.
Are you using Rogue's roll? Because I tried it and I got...
I wonder if it's looking at his character.
It's...
it should be selected token.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I tried it and I got more minus than I calculated manually based on my health. I haven't looked through your script, but...
So that's your
I did
Anyways, I start searching the lower floor.
Okay, fair enough. So, Ketchup, you immediately sort of see to Tracy. You begin to apply sort of bandages and whatnot, but it's pretty clear you don't know what you're doing, and you're not really able to make much headway.
Okay, one thing though is I should be rolling an additional 2d10.
Yeah, feel free to roll it. You need 3 successes.
So that's 1.
Okay.
Additional 1.
In the meantime, downstairs, so Drop, you begin having a little look through. Can you make a perception check, please?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so you're able to find what looks to be a few of the individuals who live here, all of whom have serious bullet wounds. None of them look to be in a healthy stead. Sort of blood sprays against the wall. It looks as though there was forced entry from the front. That's how they got in. But as your sort of preliminary look across the ground floor, nothing really stands out to you in particular just yet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to give a go your best, to try and stabilize Tracy.
I want to do, 3 things. I have some metal restraints.
Yep.
I want to put them on this guy and him as well.
Yeah, the one that you sort of kept alive, you just slap on some metal restraints across his hands, pushing him to the ground. Like I say, he's not really in a place to fight against this. He's barely alive and conscious.
And
so,
did I hear the rooms from the bathroom before?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Because I kind of want to bring him. And I guess I will start to move. I'll try to bring the other guy. Or maybe I should. I'll bring him so I can see him. I want to put him. I don't know. I'll put him where I'm standing.
Okay.
Just so I see that he doesn't escape. And I want to sneakily go and check this out.
Okay. So, first of all, Deadshot, you're finally able to stabilize Tracy after a little bit of time. Tracy, you go back to 1 hit point.
Whoop.
You are back in the land of the living.
And I have 1 exhaustion point.
You do have 1 exhaustion. So, Yubaste, you sort of gingerly sneak around and have a little look. What you're able to find is a late 30s individual, basically not cowering, but sort of rest up on the floor against the nearby bathtub with sort of a bullet wound in his torso, just holding the wound at bay. He sort of looks up to you with a sort of a sigh of somewhat relief, but also curiosity. He's got heavy breathing, and he doesn't look to be in the healthiest of steads. He looks up to you, Yubaste, and says, "Who are you?"
I'm Yubaste. We were here to find the girl and to ask some stuff, but she was dead already.
She's dead? Ying's dead?
Yes.
This is a dour day.
We're looking for Kurt Schneider.
Ying's his girlfriend. That's probably why they were here. They finished off a few of the other housemates down. I think they're on the ground floor. I managed to make my way into the bathroom before I got hit. And he sort of points down to his torso. They didn't think of me as much of a threat, so they just left me to be. They asked me a few questions, but after that, they just they turned their attention to the girl.
But who are you? Why?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Name's Mark. I live here. I was one of Ying's housemates.
But you got no connection to this at all?
No, I just happened to live here. Like I say, they were here for the girl, and when they stormed in, they tried asking us anything that they could to find out where Kurt is. I don't know what their deal is for the guy, but they seem intent on finding him.
Okay. Let's group up with my friends to see if we can help you a bit, and I'll bring this guy.
Okay. He's barely able to walk, so he kind of has to use you as a crutch to move.
Oh, okay. Wait, can this Quinn? Deadshot? No.
That is Deadshot.
Yeah. Deadshot, can you help me get these guys to the rest?
Yeah, it's fine. So what's the plan then? We all drag them down. So basically, everyone that's living, we just drag them down to the living room.
Okay.
I will try to. Who had the medkit? Was that you?
That was me as well.
Yeah, Deadshot has a medkit.
Okay, maybe we can help them a bit here and stabilize them.
Okay.
So how many are unconscious?
So you have a little look across, and all of them are unconscious to some degree or another. Though a few of them look more stabilizable, shall we say, than others. A few, especially the ones that took the shotgun blast, are a bloody mess. So I'd probably say the two up here are your best bet for stabilizing.
Okay, so I hand over the first aid kit to you best.
Aren't we gonna kill everyone so they can't talk?
But these are not the enemies.
The one I have is one of the enemies, but I was thinking we could deliver him to our friend.
Well, I mean, to be fair, using up the first aid, it has uses, so it's not like you can just heal everyone for free.
Yeah.
Let's
heal the nice guy first.
I was gonna say, treat the NPC, but don't treat the enemy.
Do they have a garage around here?
Okay, so yes, there is a garage on the ground floor. Sorry, 2 seconds. Reveal area.
Oh, it's a car.
It is a car.
Porsche.
So
And
Nissan Micra.
Do they have any spray cans in there?
okay, so you have a little look on through. Drop. You're able to find a few spare parts, a few sort of spray cans of paint, etc., things of that nature. There also sort of seems to be a few containers of oil and that sort of substances.
Mm-hmm. Any of the spray cans have any chrome coloring?
Chrome coloring?
Yeah, so it's a like chrome spray can.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right,
You
I
have
grab
a
it.
look, and a few of the spray cans seem to be chrome.
Witness.
All right. I will take the chrome spray can, and I will.
You take a couple of spray cans of paint.
Yeah, I will. I mean, thinking how gang members think, I'm just gonna spray a big blob of chrome somewhere in the apartment to make people think this is the chrome spider's work.
Okay, I see. Nice, I like it. I thought you were going to give John a new paint job.
Shiny and chrome.
Alrighty. So, Drop, you immediately get to work, sort of leaving some sort of telltale sign to get the impression that this is sort of a gang-related hit. The rest of you sort of gather up those that are still alive, as well as sort of seeing to the immediate wounds of Mark.
Cool.
So,
I take a little look if, is John damaged in any way?
So, he's taken a gunshot to the torso, but he's not at risk of, dying or anything like that. It's more so he's not able to walk particularly well. He needs a lot of assistance, sort of just moving from room to room, but he's not at risk of dying.
Okay, cool.
I'm fine.
Then I'll leave it to more capable hands. So I can do minor maintenance and diagnostics, but nothing grand.
I need to start wearing 2 sets of armor.
Need more armor. So you have a look across, as well as sort of the individuals around you. You also look at one another, and a few of you are not in the best of steads, it must be said. Tracy particularly is looking like shit. But a few of you as well have taken some gunshot wounds and whatnot, so
Yeah. We need to get back to Rex's quickly.
Yeah.
He's probably got medics on hand.
I realized I could have stopped the attack and damage.
Premonition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I forgot.
My character, what does it do?
It's like the core thing of my character. I built my entire character around this one thing.
So, like I say, we're not in initiative here, so you can just free flow how things go. So, what are each of you doing? What is your point of call?
John's gonna pick up guns and check pockets of the baddies.
Oh, okay.
I also want to loot the bodies.
Okay, so the pair of you, can you make a perception check, please?
The P is for perception.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Ooh.
Okay, so you begin having a little look through to see what you can find. Deadshot, sort of the whole experience has left you a little bit tired, to say the least. You have a little look on through, but really all you're able to find are malfunctioned weapons thanks to Drop's handiwork. Not particularly much else. John, you fare a little bit better, however. You sort of have a little look through, and you're able to find a few goodies here. It looks as though these guys were reasonably well armed, definitely especially compared to sort of the gangers that you've faced previously. So, you have a little look on through, and you're able to find... 2 seconds. Okay.
I found time.
John, you're able to find 2 IEDs. You're able to find a Arms Corp AP5 mine. You are also able to find an adrenaline shot. You're able to find 3 sets of painkillers. And you're able to find a rejuvenation shot.
Okay.
The rejuvenation shot is medium dose.
Medium.
John?
Yeah.
Would you mind coming with me? I want to investigate the van outside, see if they had anything in there as well.
Yeah, sure. Let me pick up the guns and ammo, and I'll come.
Yeah. I send a message to the guys upstairs, letting them know what we're doing.
Okay. So, you make your way out to the van and you give it a good on look through. Prepare you again, perception checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
See what you can find.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oof.
This time it's Drop leading the charge. So, you have a little look on through and you're able to find a few pieces of equipment that are sort of rigged up for the drones. Drop. Mm-hmm. First of all, you're able to find what looks to be a cyber command deck. Okay. It seems to be a Netcom Banshee, which is a pretty decent cyber command deck. As well as that, however, the pair of you are able to find 3 magazines of assault rifle bullets, as well as 3 magazines of shotgun rounds. Finally, you did get a high score. You are able to find... 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to find 2 fragmentation grenades.
Ooh.
That is some good gear.
Hmm.
So, 3 mags assault.
3 mags assault, 3 mags shotgun.
Yeah.
2 hand grenades, and the Netcon Banshee Cyber Command deck.
Right. I make sure the Netcom or the SOD is switched off.
Yep, sure.
And I put it into one of my lead bags.
Okay.
Yeah, lead bags.
Alright.
For further investigation.
Good stuff. So, meanwhile, upstairs, the rest of you.
I'm just taking a breather.
Okay, Tracy, it's been... I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry, go Woodrow first.
Okay, Tracy, it's been a hard past hour. You feel like shit, and you kind of just take the moment to sort of collect your stamina as you rest on the nearby ground, just sort of inspecting your various wounds and whatnot. You're gonna feel like crap in the morning, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Deadshot.
So, my plan was actually to stand on the balcony and just keep an eye out for anyone approaching on the street.
So you see both John and Drop head on out to the nearby van, give it a good inspection, and they sort of make their way back into the house with various goodies that they've been able to find. As for yourself, you keep a good watch of the nearby street. It doesn't seem like anyone's keeping watch. There are a few sort of nearby neighbors that every now and then you see sort of open up their curtains and sort of peer on out as what's going on. But other than that, nothing else. It seems quite quiet.
Okay.
Alrighty. Do we want to have a quick drinks break? Because I could do a cup of tea.
Nice spot
Same.
tie.
Alright. So I'll have a couple of minutes drink break.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ooh,
Thunder.
Flash.
Okay, so you collect the various sort of bits and pieces that you're able to find. You make your way back on inside. You have a good amount of time for rest and just any sort of lines of questioning that you want. So it looks like you've been able to keep the one of the guys alive with restraints that you best stay put on. There's also Mark, who's sort of just resting in the corner, just watching as this all transpires.
I think we should probably go back to.
What about the explosives that are illegal?
We should. I just ignore John. We should probably bring this guy back to Rex as well for further questioning.
Okay. Your call. What you wanna do?
I can meet up with you guys later. I can stay here until the IAD squad comes in. And the man here gets questioned, and I point at the survivor.
The name's Mark, by the way.
Mark. Alright, Mark.
Damn it, Mark.
Are we bringing the guy I restrained, right, to...
He is still alive, yes.
Yeah.
He's not in a position to be able to resist, quite frankly. So.
Yeah, we should probably bring this guy to Rex to get questioned a little bit further.
And maybe healed.
Did any of you guys want some ammo or weapons on the ground? There's a few.
There's a lot of seized weapons on the ground, yes. They might take some time to repair from the damage. But there are also both light and heavy pistol magazines scattered around. Probably half a dozen or so.
Yeah, there should be like a few
Yeah.
shotgun magazines as well if somebody wants.
A few shotgun magazines. You're able to find maybe 3 of them, John.
Alright.
Any of you guys have the papers for frag grenades?
Those are illegal. You can't have license for that. All explosives are illegal.
Who'd have thought?
I didn't say they needed to be legal papers. I said, do you have papers?
People saying you can have illegal stuff?
Yeah, I mean, military grade weapons, maybe your military grade infantry.
Let me tell you something about weaponry, Drop. You seem to have not quite the biggest understanding. You see, all the throwable stuff, like knives, smoke grenades, they're allowed. But anything that causes widespread damage, like explosives, that's a big no-no according to London PD.
But like frag grenades, you can use them to only take out a room. They're more.
That's the problem. They take out a whole room.
Yeah, but with a smoke, if you throw a smoke grenade in a room, you kill the people long term instead. They will die from cancer a year from now. That's why you can be charged with what the fuck's it called? War crimes if you throw a smoke grenade into a room.
Well, first off, it's not a war. It's just bounty hunting, okay?
Oh yeah.
Secondly, if you throw a smoke grenade, the room still exists afterwards.
Well, I mean, the room will still exist. It might just be a little bit messed up.
And that's what London PD doesn't want.
Yeah, I don't care.
Property damage.
The real crime.
I'm not going to use them, but
Woo!
yeah, whatever you guys want.
That's a big rumble. That's a very big rumble.
Yeah, that fun to be coming.
Oh, that was quite.
Anyways, I don't care about the grenades, John. If you want to turn them into the police, here.
Does anybody want drugs? Before I turn those in.
That was a bit of a 180.
What kind of drugs?
Pain relief drugs?
Painkillers?
I mean, Rogue, to be fair, you should just take the rejuvenation shot. That just restores hit points over a long period.
Sure.
It's a medium dose. Here you go.
Okay.
Here's some painkillers as well, Tracy. Here's some Adrenaline as well, Tracy. That's all my drugs.
So what did I get so I can write it down?
So painkillers remove your health penalties temporarily. They last. Just looking it up. Painkillers last 4 hours. And each dose of painkiller takes off a -1 dice penalty. The rejuvenation shot is probably more where your interests lie currently. So what that will do is that will for the duration of its effects, you automatically regain a number of hit points for each hour that passes. It's a medium dose, so you regain 2d6 per hour. And it lasts for 3 hours.
3 hours. So I'm going to take one painkiller, just to take the edge off, and the rejuvenation shot as well.
Write it down, because you're going to need to make drug addiction checks at the end of the week.
Pills here.
Pills, yeah.
Before you know it, she's going to be an addict. And every time we find pills, it's like, wait, you just took the pills. And then we just see Tracy walking away. All hyped up.
No worries, love. The cavalry is here. That's what she says when the ambulance comes for taking her OD away.
I would say by this point, especially if you took it early, Tracy, with the amount of time that's going to be spent sort of investigating the house, grabbing items, an hour has passed.
Okay.
So you regain 2d6 hit points.
Yeah, you also mentioned like the Colt light pistol. That's one good fight as well, I think.
Yes. So there you find a Colt Falcon. So in total, what you're able to find, bear in mind a lot of this stuff is fried, so you're going to need to spend some time actually doing some mechanical work to get them into a good stead. So you're able to find an AK-62. You're able to find an Apex Prowler, a Colt Falcon, 2 R8 Reavers, and finally, you're able to find 2. What shotguns were they using?
I have shotguns as well, so.
Yeah, you're able to find 2 Arms Corp Tyrants. But like I say, Drop has done a number on them, so they need some work.
I smirk.
I mean, that shot could take a shotgun if you wanted to.
No, I've got plenty of weapons.
Okay.
Besides, someone else touched it. It's filled with blood, stuff. Nah,
Echo and gore.
Yeah.
Never stopped an Australian before. Taking our man's stuff.
Yeah. Hi.
So Mark sort of looks up to you as this is going on and says, I gotta ask, who are you guys? What are you doing this for?
I'm heavily in debt.
Money.
For the
We're
good of all.
hired.
Just helping people, love.
He sort of smiles at you, Trace. That's, you don't see much of that these days.
Whatever. Let's go.
All right, John. So you staying behind with
Mark.
this innocent man?
Yes. Along with the IEDs and weapons that are left behind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alrighty, so the rest of you, I presume you take the restrained guy and you head on back to your various means of transport, I presume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, with that, is the plan the jive bar once again?
Probably a good base of operations.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, with on that, you spend the the next hour or so. So, Tracy, regain 2d6. You spend your time heading on back over to the Jive Bar.
We covered the face.
Okay, so I imagined either a bandana or a sack or something over the top of his head to prevent him from working out where you're going. You make your way back on into the Jive Bar. There's a few sort of customers here and there, and it causes a bit of commotion as you sort of, a few of you in blood, ichor and gore, just sort of bring this guy in restraints through into Rex's back office. Nevertheless, you sort of have a little look at the patrons that Rex has here, and you have a feeling there's probably a few gangs and whatnot in here, rather than sort of your everyday civilian. Rex sort of looks to you and says, "Who the fuck's this guy?"
Firstly, sorry for the overt entrance.
If you're making progress on the job, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. This guy is one of the guys we managed to keep alive from Jing Day's apartment complex or whatever.
Okay.
They killed her.
Unfortunately. Did you manage to get any good info out?
I think you best question this guy. We just brought him if you guys wanted to question him further.
Okay, you sort of see a smile on his face. And he sort of gives a nod over to Jed, who you've seen before, the Cram, and he sort of comes on in and sort of cracks his neck and his knuckles for a moment.
I smile back understandingly.
Make him suffer, love.
A bit of time goes by, and definitely information is gained, so to speak. You're able to find out that the guy's name is Adam. He was hired by the Moxie Boys. He is not actually a member of the Moxie Boys. He is just a gun for hire, much like with many of you guys. But it appears as though the Moxie Boys and quite a few other crews have taken interest in Kurt Schneider. And it's all a bit of a race to try and find where the guy is and where his data is. So, the information that they were able to ascertain is that, like I mentioned previously, Kurt has a secret workshop that he has used for a lot of his dealings and his work, and it's where he keeps most of his data cache. They were also able to find out that the chrome spiders are the ones that seem to be in possession of Kurt. The Moxie, the crew that Adam is a part of, weren't able to find where Kurt is being kept just yet, but they do know that the Chrome Spiders have a regular meeting ground by the name of the Pulse Club in Shoreditch.
We've been there?
You've heard of it. You picked it up from...
Yeah, I did write it down, so we'd have...
I can't remember. It might have been in the data from the screeners.
Oh, I see here. It's on the data drive for Kurt.
Yeah.
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 That's where the photos were from.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like Kurt was taking a lot of interest in the establishment.
So this secret work space, did we know?
Yeah.
Did we get a location?
So it seems to be, its name is Charlton Container Park. And just sort of as you're probably having a little look on Google Images at the moment, drop, and to have a little look at it. It very much seems to be a not abandoned, but a disused containment area. A lot of shipping containers are left here, and it just seems to be more a storage unit more so than anything else.
So it's a graveyard for containers.
Basically, yes.
Oh yeah, we've got a back entrance to the Pulse Club as well.
You are aware, yes. I think it was yourself, Tracy. You made a few phone calls.
Yeah.
And it does appear that there was a back entrance into the Pulse Club, yeah. Regardless, what you're able to ascertain is the Chrome Spiders realize that the data has been leaked. They weren't able to find out what was on the drives, but it was enough to get the Chrome Spiders startled, and they have basically begun systematically just finding anyone who knows anything about this and just making them either shut up or disappear.
Okay. I will also examine the SED.
Okay.
A little deeper.
So, you spend a good amount of your time having a little look over the command deck drop. You're able to ascertain that this is rigged for some serious networking and protection. It seems like it was outfitted for a lot of drone control. And it's well protected with various countermeasures. In particular, it is running blackout ice.
Let's see, blackout.
It is running isolation ice. And it is also running bodyguard secure soft. All software is version 1.
Okay.
As for data, you find schematics of Yingday's house, but otherwise you find a few sort of contractual agreements for the job at hand. It looks like these guys that were being paid by the Moxie Boys were offered $2,000 for the job.
Okay. I relate this information to everyone.
That's
It's not very important. Yeah. That's I'd say, pretty much only important information. How much they actually pay for the job is quite significant.
The details are sparse, to say the least, and it's probably not surprising given this is how a lot of gangs operate. It's all through word of mouth, very little paper trail.
Yeah.
So, with that, Rex sort of looks to you all and says, I think we've got everything we can out of him. What's your next move?
I think we should try to restore our wounds a bit and then go investigate the docks.
Okay.
Or what the rest of you say?
Fuck, that's loud. Sorry.
Yeah, so what
lightning
kind
strike
of means...
the last 30 seconds. It's still
so,
going.
what kind of means do we have to restore hit points?
Okay. So, unless you start resorting to drugs, things like either painkillers to take the penalties off or rejuvenation shots, your only bet is to rest.
Should rest.
And how much does a rest restore?
So, when you complete an extended rest, which is the traditional 8 hours sleep, food, drink, you roll, for hit points, you roll a number, a d6 equal to your endurance, and that's how many hit points you restore. And then for probably only just you, Rogue, you're really the only one. For your mental stamina, it's a number of d6 equal to your will.
Right.
So on average, you'll recover about half your total resources. Or by drugs. Drugs are good.
Drugs are bad, okay.
I think we should rest up.
Sure, cool.
Oh, I need to rest up.
What time is it now?
So by this sort of time, you're looking into the mid to late afternoon, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. So if you wanted to take a long, an extended rest, you would still have the night to do whatever it is you want to do.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, if we want to get Kurt out and attack the place or whatever, it's better to do it in pitch black.
We need to be we need to be at our best as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I have night vision goals. Let's do it.
So, is that the plan?
Can we also check if Rocks or these guys have any medkits?
Have any? Sorry, you cut out then, Dinos. You're very quiet.
Can we see? I think we need to restock on first aid kits.
Okay.
As well.
All right. Make a negotiation check with Rex.
Okay. Negotiation. I'm not very good at negotiation.
If you want, I can negotiate for you.
Ah, the negotiator.
Rex sort of looks to you, you bastard, and says, "I'm already paying you for the job."
Okay. But can we purchase medkits from them?
No, if you need wares or goods, I'm the person that you wanna contact. I've got people in all sorts of places.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any first aid kits or something like this?
He sort of gives a nod to Jed, who goes around the side of the bar, and he sort of pulls out a few med kits. I've got 2 of them if you're willing to spend.
The price?
2 seconds, just having a little look.
Yeah. First aid kit in the sheet is 200, but I guess I don't know if they will.
Yeah. So they are medical kits. Okay, so one of them is a medical kit. One of them is a first aid kit, which he'll sell you for $250. The other one is a medical assistance kit, which he'll sell to you for $450.
Let's see. And how much money do we have?
So the first aid kit has 8 uses. The medical assistant kit has 16 uses.
Yeah. I'm just checking what kind of one I have. Oh yeah, I have 2,800. So I'll take the medical assistance kit. Thank you.
Okay, he hands it on over for $450.
I hand him the money.
Okay. He sort of gives you a nod and a wink. Pleasure doing business with you. You need more supplies, you come and see me.
Thank you.
Okay. So, is there anything that you guys want to do before you take a rest? By this time, John, you sort of made a phone call to the local PD. You see the nearby SWAT team arrive on in with a bomb disposal robot and team. They're able to defuse the IEDs and various explosives that you hand on over. And once they sort of give you a light questioning of where you got this stuff, but otherwise they don't give you too much trouble, and they give you a good old nod of respect. One of them hands over their business card and says, "You find any more of this stuff, you let us know." And he also hands on over a small reward of 200 credits to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that. Thank you.
Got a small little collection of credit cards there.
Yeah.
He's keeping the streets safe, sort of.
Kind of. In his own way.
I mean, somebody told me the world always could use more heroes. Mark, you gonna be okay?
He's dead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking. Mark sort of looks to you. He has had sort of medical assistance by the PD. Obviously, he's just lost all his housemates who have all been shot to death, so he's a little bit traumatized by the whole experience. But in terms of health, he'll live.
He has to find more housemates now.
He looks to you and says, "Look, thanks for all you tried to do. I know things didn't work out particularly well, but I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to help you out, just contact me. I'll try and do whatever I can."
You know a good mechanic? And I point about the hole in the chest.
He sort of looks and thinks for a moment and says, "Yeah, I know a guy. I'll get you in touch."
Thank you.
All right, he sort of hands over a small business card, and it sees the name seems. He said, but let me start that one again. He says, "Ask for Bones."
Bones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
You are good and proper. And this one's on me. Yeah. All right. So,
yep.
You spend some time. John, you go. I presume you go and see Bones and whatnot.
Yeah, could use a mechanic.
You as you drive on up, it looks to be a sort of a really shoddy car seller, with like a garage on the side. You see various sort of gang members. Music is blaring as you pull on up, and they're sort of chopping up a nearby vehicle and modding another one. You get into conversation with Bones. He seems to have this sort of pink mohawk, various tattoos across his chest, and a pair of cybernetic arms. He sort of gives it a good look at you. He says, "Are you the one Mark said I should be expecting?"
Yeah.
"He's already paid up for you, sir. No need to worry about cash."
That's good to hear.
Alrighty. You all spend some time having a well-deserved rest. John, you're repaired to full. No qualms there. You're as good as the day you came off a production line. The rest of you, however, so you finish your extended rest. You may roll a number of d6s equal to your endurance to recover lost hit points, and a number of d6 equal to your will for any mental stamina.
So I also have one roll left.
You have one more rejuvenation.
I'll do 66.
Yes.
Oof, back to full health.
Ah, yes. And you lose that exhaustion.
Ah, yes. And it was will.
Yeah. Your mental stamina. Just shy.
1 point.
Alright, so you all finish at rest. You feel somewhat more human again. A little bit battered and bruised, but ready to take on whatever gets in your way. So, what's your point of call? Is it going to be... nice one, you best say. So, is it going to be the container park?
I think we all, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should try, since that was a priority to get the hidden data, and we don't know if there's any risk of anyone else knowing where it is. We should get there before anyone else does. And we need to make sure that no one follows us.
Very well. Alrighty. So with that, you set on out once more. You head on back to your various modes of transport and you set on off. It's pretty easy to find the place. And as you're sort of making your way through the neighborhood, you definitely get the impression this whole entire area is sort of run down industrial estate, and there's definitely a lot of poverty around where you're going. You sort of see on the bank of the River Thames this large sort of assortment of containers that just sort of sit idly by in a large compound that seems walled off. There is a front gate, though it looks as though it has been completely trashed, with the gate just sort of resting on the ground as some sort of vehicle is driven on through here. Okay. As you begin making your way through, you find yourself sort of zigging and zagging through various sort of narrow corridors and alleyways and crisscrosses that have been sort of made up from the various containers that are stacked on high. It's quiet, and it's also very dark. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of movement here, so given sort of your antics for today, you keep on edge, each of you.
Very cautious. I make a scan of the area.
Yeah. So, I presume you mean sort of on the OmniNet drop?
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, fine. I just didn't know whether you were sort of scanning with your eyes or scanning with your
No.
prowess.
Optical scanning for soldiers and...
So to start off with, can I get a tech networking check from yourself, please? Drop.
Yes. I'm also back at full health, so...
You are indeed.
Tech networking. There we go.
Okay, nice. So, what you're able to find is, despite it being not the easiest of place to sort of read, there's a lot of metallic large objects which seem to disrupt some of the signal, as well as just the area not being particularly well off. The signal definitely does not seem to be that great. But you sort of cut through all that bullshit and you find what you need to. So the good thing is there doesn't seem to be anyone else here for the time being, at least. There's very little in the way of signatures that you're able to ascertain. Though what you can find is that there is one particular container that draws your attention. It seems to have computerized devices inside, quite a lot of them, in fact.
All right. I think I found the workspace in question.
Okay. So
it's container number.
It seemed, difficult to tell a containment number, but you sort of have a rough sense of direction.
Yeah.
You make your way on through, sort of, again, everyone keeping on edge, and you're able to come through to what looks to be a fairly large, sort of reddish-looking container that sort of rests on the ground. It appears to have quite a meaty mechanical lock onto itself. But otherwise, it's fairly featureless itself. But this is definitely the container that seems to have been buzzing with activity. Drop.
Okay. I make a thorough investigation around the container to see if there are any, both physical but also network related booby traps and honeypots or whatever.
Yep. Sounds good.
Where am I? There we go. Okay. Perception, I guess?
Please. Okay. So, you have a little look through. It doesn't look like this thing has been disturbed in quite some time. The lock is mechanical, and it doesn't look... it's a mechanical lock, so it's not computerized in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
But in terms of anything that sort of sticks out to you, nothing sets your alarm bells ringing.
Okay, no simple wires sticking out or anything.
Sorry?
No simple wires or anything sticking
no.
out. No. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and concentrate on this, and I'm gonna see if I can pick the lock.
Okay. So, as the rest of you just sort of keep watch while Drop does his thing, you see him pull out a pair of lockpicks. Okay. Make a lockpicking skill check, please.
I'm not super skilled at this, but I mean, whatever. It could work. I could break off the pick in the middle. Are you good with lockpicking?
Yeah, I got a 10 on it.
Why don't you say so?
But you're doing all the stuff. You're not even letting us say anything.
Well, just like you did now.
Hey,
Here, have
so
my
I
lockpick.
did it. What are you complaining about that?
Yeah, have my fucking lockpicks. Just be careful. Don't open the door before we've checked it thoroughly.
Okay, I just picked the lock.
Okay, you sort of push Drop out of the way and grab hold of the lockpicks.
What is it?
So it turns out nearly half the party's good with lockpicking, but it's like, no, we'll let Drop do this. This is fine. We're not going to say anything.
Yeah. I was just sitting back watching the fun.
I mean,
I'm
when
pretty
you,
good
a
at
lot
lockpicking
of
too.
times when you try to say something, it's like you're like, and people are continuing to talk to.
Funny. So, okay, so yeah, most of the party seem pretty decent with lockpicking, it seems. Nevertheless.
Drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I focus on digital lockpicking, if you may.
Very true, yes. It's quite strange to have a mechanical lock.
Mm.
Nevertheless, so you get to work on this lock. It's, despite being a pretty meaty bit of kit, it's no real difficulty for yourself, and you're able to get through it in no more than maybe 10 seconds or so. It's pretty quick for yourself.
There you go.
You sort of hear a click and it's unlocked. You feel as though you've been able to do the deed, and the door is ready to be opened.
Right. Should check for traps before we open the door. We don't want him to set off any.
So you can either make a perception check to try and find any sort of mechanical-based trap, or if you're looking for something more, say, digital-related Drop, it would be networking.
Yeah, I'll do networking. One of you guys do the physical stuff, I guess, or whatever. I'll see if he. I mean, I don't want him to have any electrical magnets hooked up to the door or anything. Wipe every data in. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So networking.
Yes. Nice. And is anyone doing looking for perception, or you're all quite happy to just let?
I'll take a look around.
Okay.
Perception.
How the fuck do you have a +8 with its attribute being maxed at 6?
Because that's what I put all my stuff on.
What?
Explain that points. I have to explain my character sheet, but let's just assume that D8 is legit. Anyway, perception.
Okay. Nice. So you clamber on up onto the top of the container to keep a look around. In the meantime, Deadshot and Drop, you have a little look through, and you're both able to tell something. Drop, to start off with yourself, there seems to be a laser tripwire device inside the container. It is online, and it seems to be rigged to the rest of the computer systems in here. Deadshot, you are able to see, as you sort of begin creaking open the door, just to sort of have a quick look, you can see very clearly there is a very, very thin laser heading across at about sort of just less than knee level. Difficult to see, but you can identify it quite easily.
Okay, so I can see a laser, but I don't know what the laser's for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I
too can see a laser, and I know what it's for.
What is it?
But is it the same laser?
Difficult to tell. I mean, you only have a very small sliver to look through. So, yeah.
Okay, so I tell Drop, I see this laser here, and then you could just reply, yes, I see it as well, or no, I found something else.
Oh, it's a laser-based tripwire.
Yes.
And it's hooked up to the computer system. I expect it to wipe the systems, but I can't be sure until I get into the system. Either we can try and hack the system from out here, but I expect it to be easier to actually hack the system if I have terminal access.
That's probably going to be inside though, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we could ask you Beste to sneak away in for the ceiling.
There's only one tripwire, so I mean, we should be able. I mean, judging from how it seems to be set up, we should be able to open the doors at least.
Yeah, it seems to be more positioned for anyone who sort of goes inside. Opening the door isn't going to trigger it because the doors open outside, outwards.
Okay. Yeah. So. Open the doors.
Okay, you grab hold of the doors of the container and you open them on up. Only one side seems to open, however. And as you sort of look on inside, it's dark, but you can sort of see the soft glow of various sort of screens here and there. There's a number of terminals that immediately sort of grab your attention, along with what looks to be various sort of drives here and there. There's a chair in the middle and various sort of... it almost looks like sort of a rudimentary workstation has been set up here.
Okay. Should investigate inside to really see where the wires for the laser is going, and
okay. So you're aware of it, so it's pretty easy to identify. It seems as though it's quite now that you're sort of aware of it, it's quite easy to just step over. It's more so just for the unsuspecting individual to sort of walk on through into the container and trip it off. And so, like I say, it's only just below knee level, so you can kind of just step over it if you wanted to.
Yeah. Then I'll Deadshot, can you see any other stuff inside that's more like mechanical and not computerized that could be a hazard to us?
Not that I could see. I think it's just a tripwire.
Can you see anything now with the door open?
How bright is it actually inside?
It's very dark.
Okay.
Really, the only lighting that you see is the soft glow of a few screens here and there, but it's not providing a huge amount of light.
I turn on my flashlight.
So I've got both a flashlight and a light stick.
Okay.
I'll shine a flashlight in it.
So you shine your flashlight into it, and it looks as though the laser tripwire is connected up to 3 small containers.
Uh-oh. Explosives?
Difficult to see. If you head on inside, you can definitely get a better look. I mean, at the moment, Drop, you're sort of out the doorway.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the only thing we can see, I can just go inside.
Okay. You head on inside, and as you get closer, you can tell what these containers are. They're EMP grenades.
Oh no! Oh no!
My lovely electronics. Oh.
My body, my mind.
So these are the grenades that we are allowed to, right? Because they don't destroy stuff.
No, they just sort of fuck with your system. Probably.
I'm more or less saying that to Quincy with his whole, no, you can't have grenades because they blow up. Right?
Snarky. Okay.
So, the laser tripwire looks to be set to detonate the grenades.
Yeah. All right. What's the skill to disable? Or is it just a power button inside?
Wait, you asking me, Prime?
Sorry.
I'm asking Prime.
You're able to sort of make your way inside and ascertain the circuitry at play here. You're able to find a nearby power circuit that you sort of take out the cables of, and you just see the laser tripwire turn off.
It's safe. John, you might want to be careful around these as well. Don't want your static electricity setting them off or anything. That might be the last time you do static electricity.
I think John should just wait outside.
What's the range of these? Is it like a block or is it just like
the EMP grenades?
Yeah.
It's not like a block. It's in meters.
Ah, okay, cool.
500.
Yeah.
5 meters. 5 meters radius.
Maybe we should take some with us.
I mean, they're still good to go. So yeah, you could take hold of them. There seems to be 3 of them that have been rigged up.
Absolutely. And after we've potentially hacked his systems here,
yep,
we might want to actually activate one of them to blow out the circuits of the computers.
Okay. So, with that, your immediate attention, I guess, probably turns to the various computer systems that he's for you.
Yes.
Okay. You sort of sit on down at the nearby terminal. It looks as though it's been locked, so you're probably going to have to try and break on in here if you want to get any information out.
I look around first just to see what different types of stuff is he carrying in here. Like,
okay, so you have a little look across. There's a nearby notice board with various sort of photographs of various individuals and places. You have a quick scan of them, and none of them really sort of you don't have any sort of sense that you've seen any of this before. It doesn't sort of trigger any sort of senses of what this might be. It seems more so sort of investigation work and reconnaissance, that sort of thing. As for the computer systems themselves, there's various sort of terminals here and there that have all been networked together. All of them seem to be off the grid. And it seems to be more so as a sort of a data bank more than anything else. There's also a number of data chips here and there that you sort of skirt on through, counting at least half a dozen or so.
Okay. I collect the data chips.
Okay.
I will start working on the terminal.
Okay. Can you make a hacking skill check, please?
I probably can.
Okay. 5 is what you needed. So, you're able to break onto the system. It seems quite well defended, which you're sort of taken back a little bit of. It does have security and defenses on here, but given your technical prowess, you break on into the system without drawing any attention to yourself. So, you're able to ascertain that there is a huge amount of data on here. But having a quick look through sort of the recent files, you're able to find one that draws your eye in particular. Its title seems to be Chrome Spider's Data Dump.
All right. Copy file.
Okay. You begin copying it over. It doesn't take too long at all when you have a version on your stored on your local device. It's encrypted, but given your skills, it doesn't take you long to decrypt it. Don't need to make a skill check for it.
Okay.
As you begin having a little look through, it seems to be a wealth of data, various locations, financial records, and most importantly, a list of names. As you sort of begin scanning on through, you can kind of see why, if this is in fact the data that the Chrome Spiders are after, you can see why it has got them riled up. It basically contains all of their members, all of their financial records, and all of the accounts that are tied to the gang.
Ooh.
It also has a number of interesting individuals per se, business folk, local politicians, etc., and various other prominent individuals who they seem to be having some dealings with.
What the fuck did they do to Kurt for him to collect all of this? Okay. He's got everything on the Chrome Spiders. This will take them the fuck down. That's why this is so dangerous. I just muttered to myself so everyone else around me can hear.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got the files, I've got the information. I make backups.
Okay.
Okay. Did I find anything else?
There seems to be a lot of real estate listed, but you are talking a good 100 or so locations that have been listed. Everything from car repair shops to cyberdoc. They seem to have their hands in a number of businesses, stores, warehouses. There's a lot in here.
Okay. Money trails as well, I guess. I just write everything. He's got everything on the Chrome Spiders. Okay, so that information is in the pocket. I don't want this data to touch the Omninet for 1 second, so I'm just gonna dump this to like my 2 personal data.
Yep, data chips.
And I just take a quick sweep over the rest of the data on the system if I can see anything else out of interest.
It seems to be Kurt had his sort of eyes. You definitely get the impression that there are sort of more legit work streams like data analysis, things like that, but you definitely get the impression that Kurt liked to dabble in sort of the hacking scene. Chrome Spiders aren't the only gang that he seems to be going after. It just seems to be the one that netted him the most opportunity, so to speak. He's got other data on the Moxie Boys. He has also data on the 12 crew seem to be mentioned here. There seems to be also mention of the Troll Boys, the Loyalists. There's quite a few other gangs.
I take a quick look in the file that says the 12 crew.
Okay, so make a computing check, please. Okay, you begin scanning this trove of information. There's not much in here per se, definitely in terms of volume and whatnot. But it definitely seems as though Kurt had some interest in them. You see a number of names of prominent members that that sort of flash up, but one in particular catches your eye. There is the name Rex Burrows on there.
It's pretty similar to the information I found previously.
Yeah.
It's a short note, but Rex and the Jive seem to be associated with a large organization called the 12 Crew. That's what I got the previous time.
Exactly. Rex seems to have a number of dealings with various individuals and seems quite a prominent member of the 12 Crew.
Important members, you say?
Alrighty. So, you found yourself a wealth of information, and even as you sort of make your way back, Drop, you're glued to your terminal, just sort of scanning through to see what more you can find. Anything else that you wish to do here, or?
No, I think I've gotten the most important things. Copy up to data chips.
Okay.
Might want to. Can I locate the actual drives where this information is stored?
In what sense do you mean, sorry?
Like physical drives.
Okay, yeah, sure. You sort of have a little look at the terminals and you were able to pull out a few drives that contain the bulk of the information.
Mm-hmm.
You disconnect them from the terminals and they're now in your possession.
Cool. Because I want them just in case. I want yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, I want the drives.
All right. So, with the newfound information in terminal, there still does not seem to be any sign of Kurt. You do have a number of different locations that belong to the Chrome Spiders, but there's quite a list to go through.
Yeah.
There's not one that has like the name holding cell or something in it.
Make a
Make a what? Brian?
Oh, sorry, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Make a tech computing skill check, please. Drop. You sort of get hear Deadshot say this, and you have a quick scan to see if there's anything that matches that description. What did you get? Was that the 3? Drop?
Me? No. What? Cindy?
Oh.
Weren't you going to roll something?
Oh,
No,
you're-
Cindy. John sort of asked if there's anything in the data matching a holding cell or anything like that. But it's probably going to be you to do the actual search.
Sorry, I was just typing. I'm going to roll. What did you say I was going to roll?
Tech computing, please.
All right, sweet. Tech computing. There we go. 12 again. 6, yeah.
Okay. You have a little look on through to find any sort of mention, and you find a few emails that seem to have gone through between various members. The gist that you get is that there is an old abandoned factory, not a million miles from here, and it seems to be the main sort of go-to for taking persons of interest, shall we say. It seems to come up quite regularly in a lot of the files, and you get the impression it's likely to be their base of operations, at least around this part of the city.
I relay the information.
Yeah, it seems to be an old abandoned factory complex south of the river.
South of the river.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the place?
Do I know the place?
Potentially so. Make a streetwise check, please, Tracy.
Can do.
So, yeah, you know the area. Much like with this sort of location, it's abandoned for the most part. It's sort of post-industrial. And this particular factory complex in particular used to be a manufacturing plant, but it went out of business some 10, 20 years ago. You had no idea it was being used for anything. It definitely looks fairly empty from the exterior as you sort of made your way past previously. But apparently, yeah, this is definitely one of their main sort of bases of operations, according to the files.
Okay, so part 1 of our contract is
finished. You seem to have the data that Rex was after.
And then some.
Just a tad, yeah. Part 2 is getting Kurt.
Yes.
So the factory complex in itself is quite a large open courtyard. There's also a number of buildings that sort of are quite bunched together that look on out to the compound. The buildings are... The compound itself is made up of 3 buildings, one of which is basically being reduced to all but scaffolding. And sort of its shell. The other 2 look to be far more intact from what you can remember last time you went past.
Okay.
Okay. Right. We should make sure to deliver the data before we go to the factory. So at least that part of our agreement is done.
Yeah.
And then go to the factory complex and make sure that we can secure Kurt as well.
Okay.
Do we wipe the information that's here in case anyone else finds it?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So I will. Do you guys should all of us go, or should I just take my bike and drive out to Rex and deliver the data chip, or? I'll give you one of the data chips because that's a backup, and I have one here in case something happens to me.
Yes, we should hide the backup somewhere.
Okay. So you make a good old copy and hand it on over to one of your other teammates. Drop.
Hmm.
Are you going by yourself then, you say?
I'll come with you.
Right.
Okay. So, Drop and Tracy, you decide to head on over. Rex, you hand on over the data to him, and he kind of looks to you and gives you a nod of respect and says, "What's the situation with Kurt?"
We found he might be held up in a factory complex south of the river. So it's probably one of the holding sites for the Chrome Spiders. We'll make sure, see if we can get him free.
So you're gonna break him out.
That's the plan, love.
Well,
probably.
Once you have him, let me know. We'll rendezvous.
Alright. So, anyways, here's your data and then the chip.
Alrighty. So
I scanned it through, and this is extensive, man.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah. It's not often that the Chrome Spiders get riled up like this. But we can do good things with this data, believe you me.
Yeah.
Sort of lets out a coy smile as he sort of gives you a nod.
Alright. Alright. Talk to you later.
I look forward to hearing you once the deed's done.
Alright. Sounds good.
Alright. Last thing he says, out of interest, which factory is it?
Tracy?
Does it have a name?
Okay. I haven't given it a name, no, but you know where it is, roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give him a name of a factory that's close to it, but not that exact one.
Okay, that's enough. Alrighty. So, with that, you drive on back to your team. Each of you sort of prepares yourselves and make your way on over, I presume?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So the complex itself, like I say, it's a walled area in a various sort of collection of industrial estates, old abandoned buildings, containment parks, things of that nature. Even sort of as you sort of begin to approach, I presume you're keeping your distance and whatnot, you can sort of make out the shapes of the various chimneys that belong to the main building itself. As you're heading on through, you can see light sort of emanate out from inside, though there aren't a huge number of windows, but you can still see that there is some activity going on there, here and there. The main entranceway seems to be a gate at the front, along with what looks to be a guardhouse, though no one is on duty. There's also a third sort of ramshackle building that's basically no more than a concrete shell overlooking the rest of the compound itself. You all arrive some distance away, just sort of keeping a lookout. You can see the various sort of shapes of the building, maybe 100 meters away down the road, and you can kind of just make out odd shapes here and there. All right.
There much activity?
Make a perception check, please, Tracy.
Perception. Where
All right.
Can't see it.
Oh yeah, that's because I probably haven't been. There you go. I've just dumped them at the front gate.
Okay. What were we? Perception. 6.
Yeah.
2.
Okay. So it seems very quiet. There is what looks to be a pickup truck in the main compound that's just sort of idle for the time being, at least. Let me put something on. There also seems to be a few loading bays nearby that have the shutters currently up, and there are a few people sort of moving in and out from nearby vehicles.
Gotta be sneaky.
Yeah. So.
Now this is like 19th century London.
There we go. There's a few nearby vehicles. Like I said, there's a few people coming in and out of the nearby building. The pickup truck, you notice, has a machine gun mounted on the back.
Ooh.
And as you're sort of looking on through, you can also see that there is a nearby drone patrolling through the compound, the compound area. It looks to be a small little mongoose walker that's just keeping an eye out on patrol. There's also a few guards here and there that seem to be keeping an eye out. In total, you count about 6 of them.
6 guards.
6 guards and a drone.
Drone. Was it a land-based drone or a flying drone? Land-based,
Seems to be a walker.
Okay.
Not big though. Of what are the dimensions? 45 by 60 centimeters. So yeah, pretty small.
How are we going to approach this, guys?
Sorry, blasting. Nice.
Gunslinger.
Well, if you want, this is probably going to take some time. So rather than make a plan and then forget about the plan for next session, we could start next time.
That sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sounds like a good plan.
We can post our ideas on the D&D chat, and everyone can ridicule how ridiculous mine sounds.
Well, I posted mine in the format of a GIF.
What is that?
Well. I'll probably just go on as usual.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you very much, Lee, for that. That was
Thank you.
Good laugh. We will see how things escalate next time.
Yes.
You
We
definitely get the
probably.
impression, just sort of looking from the exterior, there are quite a number of people probably inside.
Yeah. We're
Good job,
probably
we got
gonna
a
get
sniper.
Yeah.
gonna get nuked from orbit anyways. Or sorry, the neighboring factory is gonna get nuked from orbit.
Yes.
So, just as a bit of feedback, but I really do like Jimmy's character that he's in the group. Because all four of us like, yeah, I got lockpicking, that's my specialty, and we're fighting between us. And then you're like, I can hack, I can do the guns, I can do machines, and do that.
Yeah, you have a good assortment of people in the group for sure.
Yeah, we have a good balance.
Yeah, but I do think that Jimmy made a very good choice with his character.
Yeah, thank you.
I just come downstairs, shooting and blasting. Where the fuck is Drop? And I'll go it's finished, and I'll walk back in the sun, and he comes out of the fucking laundry room.
I need some laundry.
It's washing day.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah.
I will finish off prepping the factory and whatnot. But you've basically got the gist of what you've seen so far.
Which guy has a machine gun?
So it is this one here. So let me draw.
Big dick.
Give it a marker if it's an item. I don't know if that works.
Yeah, it should be able to. So.
Oh man, fuck yeah. There's a car I was looking at as well. I don't want a fucking Ford Fiesta, I want that one.
Let's go with 5.
Fire.
Yeah, 5.
So, is it normal for people to have a car with a mounted gun on top of it?
Not particularly. It's not your everyday scene, but it definitely gives the impression of gangers.
I mean, one of us will own that afterwards, so.
I mean, I don't have a car yet.
Oh.
Yeah, as you sort of give a cautionary look, it looks to be an Arms Corps Skag cannon, which is a heavy machine gun.
Oof. Sort of fucking Americans.
No, Lord. God damn it.
Oh no. So you can't break it loose and shoot it from the hip?
No.
That's too bad.
Does that mean you won't even use it in this particular scenario, or is it just you're gonna turn it in?
Just
I have to put it in.
jump on the back and just start spraying and praying.
I mean, you can use it. Yeah, you can. It's a machine gun, but it's quite weighty.
Cumbersome.
It does. Yes, it is cumbersome as well.
I'm just thinking of John's high morals.
It's definitely illegal.
Very.
Well, guess I'll take it then.
No, you won't. John's gonna turn it into the Popo.
No. We should just work for the Popo.
He already does.
Seems to be a pretty decent pay.
Yeah.
I have to pay 5k a week to somebody. So yeah, that's also a negative.
You're like, I just need a powerful character now. I don't care about the rest of the future of this character. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if you just run out of money.
Crippling debt is my favorite character attribute.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm really having fun with this one.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Glad to hear. Yeah, like I say, bit of a short session, but the next bit is quite meaty, as you can probably expect, in where we are in the story.
Literally.
Yeah.
People are gonna learn about dying in this game, boy.
Well, there's probably a death tray of some sort in here as well. To kill off my characters.
I mean,
did we have a plan actually for how long we're gonna play for the playtest, or just until we've said it's enough? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm easy going, to be honest. I mean, you're coming towards the end of this particular mission. The factory and dealing with rescuing Kurt is towards the end of the situation. But if we want to take a bit of a break afterwards, I'm more than happy to draw up additional content later on. But no pressure.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I mean, the more we play, the more we might find
bugs.
points of adjustment.
because one of the things that I sort of noticed is that when looting, you're like, oh, I find an Arms Corp this, a blah blah this, and I'm like, okay, what are all these weapons again? But as you play more, you recognize them.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same with any video game, really. So
Yeah.
the more you play, the more you learn the system as well. So it's
Yeah, very true. Oh, well, thank you very much, you guys, like I say. And see whether we have an explosive finale in 2 weeks.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
At least it's not an orphanage.